Greetings, Saints, and thanks so much for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. I am your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my girlfriends, Andreana Beard and Kimberly. Welcome to the show, Andreana. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am wonderful. So, Adriana competes in a lot of different pageants throughout the state of Michigan. You've competed in the Tiny Miss Livonia, Tiny Miss Michigan, and other pageants. But the last title that you held or won was Michigan's High Point Champion. And what that means is that out of all of the pageants that she's competed in, she won the highest points. And so they gave her that title. Is that correct?
Not exactly.
Okay, explain.
All the pageants that you just named were not pageants separately. They were all titles.
Okay.
She's won all of those titles.
Okay.
And divisionally. And what the High Point Champion is that she was the overall highest score over all the divisions. So you have the divisions and then you have the High Point. So it pulls her out of the divisions because she actually beat each division at this time, and that's how she received the High Point Champion.
Well, all right. So how does that make you feel being the High Point Champion?
It makes me feel good.
That's good. That's good. So how long have you been doing this?
Since I was 3.
Since you were 3 years old. And what made you want to do this, Andreana?
I actually don't remember what wanted me to do pageants.
Okay, but now that you are doing it, why do you want to do it?
I don't know why I want to do it. I just like it, and it makes me feel good about myself.
That's great.
That I could be beautiful no matter what.
Exactly, exactly, and that's a good way to do. Now, so a lot of times when you're out here competing, but you're doing a lot of things in the community, doing community service, you're helping people, you're giving back to the community. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel good that I'm helping others.
Yes, that is wonderful. That's wonderful. So now, when Andreana was born, she had some complications.
Yes, shortly after she was born, we found out.
Okay, and so she gives back to. There's a organization that she gives back to all the time.
Well, actually, yes. She has a fundraiser that she does yearly for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Children with Life-Threatening Medical Conditions. But actually, Andreana is the CEO of the Andreana Beard Help the Children Foundation. So she has her own foundation that she uses to support children. She has the Adopt a Family program for Christmas as well, where she supports families for Christmas. Right. And then she uses it once again for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Right. I know that I was blessed to be in her presence when she did the AT&T Pioneer Idol event with Sheila Parson, who does this every year. She helps the homeless children in Highland Park. You know, she puts on a big Christmas party for them, but she does things throughout the year to raise money. And Miss Andreana, Little Miss Michigan, Little Miss Livonia at that time.
She was Miss Michigan
as well?
She had the state title then.
Okay, yeah, so she came and graced our presence, and so it's always a pleasure to be around you. I love your spirit. I love the fact that you inspire me, because you give so much of yourself, and no matter, as I read your bio, your book, because it's just really too much to be a bio in such a short period of time. You've made such a difference. So I know that if you continue to do what you're doing, the sky is the limit, for you. There's nothing that you won't be able to do. Anything that you put your mind to, I know that it is going to be successful. So I'm very proud of you. If I've never said that to you before, I want you to know how proud I am to know you. I'm honored. And I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and sit with me today. So tell me what's going on, because we're getting ready to have a cook-off or something coming up. Okay. And what are you going to be doing at the cook-off?
I'm going to be cooking.
Who are you cooking for?
Guests for the people that's there.
What restaurant are you going to be at?
Benihana's.
Benihana's. Okay, I love Benihana's. So, are you actually going to be cooking and throwing the food up in your hat and stuff like they do at the restaurant?
No.
Are they going to teach you how to cook, or are you just going to sit there and be beautiful and wave your hand like that?
No, they give me a recipe and I have to use the recipe to make it.
Okay.
I'm making the shrimp.
Are you? Okay, that's going to be exciting. Well, I definitely will be there because I've been saving my dollars up so I can go to Benihana's with you on the 14th, and then we can eat. So let's go back to a little bit to when she was younger and she was diagnosed with
Cystic fibrosis.
Okay.
Chronic asthma.
And you say in her bio that no matter what, she never let anything hold her down.
Oh my God. I mean, even today, Andreana, she would say, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. She could be on the EMS on her way to Children's Hospital, and they would say, how are you, Andreana? I feel great. Tubes, all in her, IV, and they're calling all kind of, she needs this, and I feel great, I'm fine. And, I just have to bless God for her spirits. Her godfather is a pastor, and her godmother is a minister. So it's kind of like, when you say sowing seeds, along with myself, they have sowed these seeds in this baby, and her faith is just great in the Lord. So since she was small, she's kind of like, she came to me and she said, God healed me already. All right. And she claimed it. And God healed me. But she has gone through a lot with her health that I can see. And I think that, I think she was placed here for a reason, Barbara, because even when I go through my weakest moments, I can look at her and think, Lord Jesus, if she can stand that strong and take her medications and go through what she go through and still have a smile on her face and is willing to give you an encouraging word in the midst of what she goes through. That's a wonderful thing.
A beautiful smile at that. Not just a smile, but a beautiful smile. So, and what I like in here in her bio, you talk about her doctor and you talk about them even having faith, And so it's good that they take their medical knowledge, and the oath that they've taken to help people get better, but they still trust and believe that God is able to do all things but fail. So that's really good. So you were on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, you along with Eric Benet. Did you get his autograph?
Yes, she has pictures. Actually, she has pictures on her Facebook.
And I have the CD.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to come over to the house. We'll have a little tea party, and you let me go through those pictures. So how was that meeting Steve Harvey? Where did you go?
She was actually very small.
Okay.
And he had a taping here down at the Joe Louis Arena.
Okay.
And, it's funny because as a little child, I would be taking her to school. She went to Jackson Center, and I'd take her to school, and she wanted to listen to Steve Harvey in the morning. Well, what child does that at that age? I want to listen to Steve Harvey. I want to listen to Steve Harvey. And when he came, I said, okay, we have to get her the opportunity to see Steve Harvey. Okay. And it was wonderful because she took pictures with nephew Tommy, and she loved him. Okay. And Eric Benet, and he got up to sing, and they even had a little joke, where Steve Harvey, between him and nephew Tommy, was kind of like, so I have a queen on my set. You're gonna go get you one too. Okay. And she really enjoyed herself. That's good. It was really nice for her. That's good. Andreana she has a mind of her own. It's not a mind of an 8-year-old. Right. I sit and I've looked at her basically all of her life, and her thoughts are not the thoughts of a child.
I can attest to that. Just looking at her, in the studio and looking at the different books that she's picking up. Like, I really like this book. It looked like it was interesting, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not a kid's book. Let me see if I can find you, a kid's
she won't
book.
Read a kid's book.
Exactly, the Bible study, fasting for, different things. I'm like, okay, what do you know about this? But she was like, oh, my mom and we could read that book, 5 times a day.
When it comes to Bible stories, things like that, I remember we were talking because we had an incident a couple weeks ago where we had a company picnic. Okay. And all the children were getting face painting. Okay. And they were getting the stars and the butterflies and everything all over their faces. And Andreana, yes, you can tell her.
I picked myself. I got the the word God on this side and a cross on this side and a feather up here and a little sparkle on my nose.
All right.
So she kind of decorated herself and represented
And my
Jesus at the same time.
All right.
So it's just the things, you know, that she do. I remember her getting down on her knees in a potato chip aisle in Kroger when she was like 4, and she's praying. I told her, she said, Mommy, we're going to church tomorrow, and Andreana, we go to church every Sunday.
Right.
Why would you ask me that? I said, we have to go and bless God for getting us through this week. And she said, we don't have to go to church for that. We can do that right here.
Okay.
So she got down on her knees in the chip aisle at Kroger, and she started praying. And I thought, okay. So.
I know that's right. That is just too good. I mean, I'm amazed at her. I love to see her when she's, you know, like walking. You know, she has this walk that she does. I mean, you know that she's Little Miss Michigan, Little Miss Andreana Beer. She is somebody special. I just thank God for you, just for your spirit and all the things that you do. And it says here that you were in the stage play, The Wiz, and they made a part just for her?
Just for her.
Yeah.
Tiny Miss Michigan goes to Emerald City.
So how was that?
That was fun.
Really? So you weren't scared of the Wizard of Oz? No, you weren't scared of the little munchkins that were running around there?
No, because it's just people.
Oh, really?
So you can't be scared of people
Okay.
in costumes.
Oh,
and
is
stuff.
that what it is? Man, I thought they were real. What about Toto? Was he there? The dog?
It was a boy in a costume.
So it wasn't even a real dog, huh? Oh, okay.
I think it was. I don't know.
So tell me, so what do you want to do next? What's coming up for you? What are you going to be doing next?
After singing, I want to do dance, but my mom just won't let me because I'm actually focusing on school and stuff. So I can't do 3 things at a time.
I got you. So tell me about your singing career. So what are you doing with that?
I'm actually performing with my brother on the 11th.
Where?
I don't know where, but I think it's at 9.
Okay, 9 o'clock at night?
It's a community center.
Okay.
Actually in the city of Detroit. That her brother, my son, was speaking to a pastor, and you know what, and I just vaguely got the information.
Okay.
With her doing so much, I'm like, okay, and you know, I don't want to tell him no because that's her brother.
Is that Andre?
No.
Her older brother,
Okay.
Cedric.
Okay.
She has a 21-year-old brother.
Okay.
And they requested that she come in and do a song for them.
Okay.
And, you know, I asked her. You know, I ask her these things because, you know, at the end of the day, it's not about me.
Exactly.
You know, it's what she wants to do. And she, of course. Oh, yeah, I would love to do it. Andreana loved people.
Right.
So to say, you know, go out and do this show or, you know, do some community service or break bread with others.
Right.
Andreana is always willing to go.
And that's what I really like about the service, the serving part that she does, giving back to the community. You know, although you know you go out and you compete and you're beautiful and you do all those things, but everything that you do is like for a purpose because you want to help other people. You want to help somebody else feel good about the way that they look and the things that they do. And that part is really good that you want to give back. So what kind of songs do you write your own songs?
No.
I don't know. I have to ask you because you do so much. So what is you have you're in the midst of like doing a Song Now CD, or is it an album? I mean, not.
Well, you know what? Her producers are
someone
getting
here.
together right now to get her songs and everything together.
So after this song, I'm going to write my own.
All right.
And she wants to, and they laugh because they call her a co-producer because she gets in the studio and they can say, well, you know what, Andreana sing this way, and she'll say no.
Okay.
It doesn't sound right to me. And her producer love her because he's like adults.
Okay.
Cannot do what she do
does. Yeah.
or hear what she hear, and she will tell you no.
Really?
No, I'm not doing it. It doesn't sound right, and they have to get it right for her. And you know, myself as a parent, I kind of sit back because as a parent you can't tell me no.
Right.
But I ask them like, is that? And they say no. It's Kim, let her go. We like this because that means that she's going to always have input on what she does.
Right, right. So now her annual ball that she does a ball every year.
Every year in March, the weekend after the 11th, because her birthday is March 11th.
Okay.
And that came from her wanting to use her birthday to raise money for other children that have life-threatening medical conditions. And that's how we picked up the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So every year, the Saturday after the 11th, she have a ball, which is a formal ball, gowns, and it comes with the dinner, dancing, live entertainment. We have a great night, and we just enjoy our night. And actually, this year was the first year she did perform. She was part of her own live entertainment this year.
So what did you do? What did you sing at the ball?
Oh yes.
What did you sing?
I sing Justin Bieber. That should be me.
Oh, can you just sing a couple of little bars for me right now?
I barely remember some of them because I haven't been singing it for a long time. So.
Well, I have a little cousin. Her name is Chavez. She introduced me to Justin Bieber, I guess, when he first came out. And all I know is, baby, 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 oh. And I got so sick of Justin Bieber. So I don't know any of his songs. So
he has a lot of them. He has
he?
Christmas songs. He has a new song called Boyfriend.
Okay.
It's kind of cool that he's making new songs as he gets older and older and older. So he's just making grown-up songs now because he's 18, about to be 19.
Okay, so he's not doing baby, baby, baby
No,
anymore.
he's doing grown-up songs.
Okay. Well, that's good. So let's talk about a little bit about the cook-off. Do you know if there are any other celebrities or who else?
Oh my
do you
the
know?
Pistons.
They have some of the Pistons coming out. You know what? It's a whole list of celebrities, and I have to tell you, when they sent me the letter requesting her presence to be a part of this, a celebrity, and I'm like, okay, so are they like now at this point trying to consider her as part of the celebrity world?
Right.
Like she's 8 years old, you know, because as a mother, you're thinking, okay, my daughter is doing good things. I'm proud of her. But you don't look at it like that. You kind of look at it like she's Andreana.
Right.
And so when you're introduced to, we want her to be a celebrity guest, it's kind of like, are you serious?
I mean, but she is. I mean,
know.
she's doing so many great things.
Yes.
You have to look at her. She's from, from our city. She's representing, the people well. She's like a little Gabby, who went to the Olympics. There's nothing that she won't be able to do.
Oh,
I mean,
no, she
focus.
has done it. Andreana was a part of the makeover of the city of Detroit, too. She was a part of that as well. So she has done a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things. It's just for me, I guess, as her mom, she'll always be my baby. And when people present these things to me, it's kind of like, it's kind of just Andreana.
Right. I was looking at here. She and it says here that she received the Congressional Recognition of Outstanding and Invaluable Services.
Yes. 2009. The 4th of July, actually, is when I got the phone call. They flew a flag over the United States Capitol in honor of her and her services to the state of Michigan. I remember sitting in the kitchen cooking dinner for our picnic and crying when I got the phone call. She did. She went down to congressional history that day for her services to the state. She has, I'm blown away. A lot of times I'm blown away at what she do and the things that her little heart, and this is her heart.
Exactly.
This is what she desires to do, because I have to I don't think I have to tell you. You had to almost kill me to get me behind the camera.
Most definitely. We'll talk about that off camera again.
But this is all her. This is all Andreana and her doings and her desires. So
I know she's my Facebook friend. I love to see her. When
all
she's
her pictures.
out, when she's out there doing the things that she's doing. I've never aspired to be a model, but when I look at her, I can just kind of live through her. You see this going on for children. But again, I say, because she's doing it and she's able to be beautiful and she's able to, wear the beautiful dresses and the crowns. But just to hear her say that I can feel good about myself at all times, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what is going on in the world, I know that I'm doing something positive. I'm helping, I'm giving back to the community, I'm helping others. And I can be an example, that, you may suffer from an illness or
Right.
something may go on in your life, but it doesn't have to keep you down.
Exactly.
That you can still be inspired and give back. And when you concentrate on what you're doing for others, kind of make you feel better about
Yes.
yourself. You don't, you know, really sit and realize and
What's really going on.
woe is me, and go through that with your illness. So, Andreana, if you could talk to a young girl who wants to, you know, who has a desire that wants to be Miss Michigan, or, you know, they want to compete in the little shows, what advice would you give them? What would you say to a kid who wants to do what it is that you're doing? What would you tell them?
Well, if they wanted to be in pageants, they can be beautiful at whatever they do. They can be beautiful. They can be beautiful when something's going on. They can be beautiful when it's their birthday. They can be beautiful whenever, but sometimes you just don't have to be beautiful all the time when you get tired of it.
Okay.
So when she gets tired.
Okay. Sometimes you get tired? Do you ever get tired?
Oh, yeah. Andreana has her bad hair days and everything, and she's just like, hey, this is who I am. You know.
Well, we all have those days, so, you know, I truly understand that. Yeah. So, Kim, what about you? What would you say to a mom who has a child that wants to start competing? You know, what do you say to them?
You know, my advice, because I don't think I'm a good pageant mom.
Okay.
I'm not good with these things. It's kind of like, you know. However, it's like, once again, it's her desire. If this is what she desires to do, then as her mother, I'll support her. But I think that it's important not to let these kind of things get the best of you. And sometimes you see the parents overriding the child's thoughts or feelings, and it's about the parent, when it's really not about the parent. You know, they go to all of the makeup and the weave and, you know, things like that, and that's taken away from that child. I think what it does is it makes a child feel beautiful with. You know, it's if you have this or if you have that, you're beautiful. And I think that it's important for the installation of that child to know first and foremost that you're beautiful, whether you're on the stage or off the stage. And that means putting God first.
Right.
You have to do it, you know, at all times. You have to have that a stable ground up under that child. So when things, you know, even if it starts to get to the point where the child is growing and things are getting great and bigger in this child's life and getting to a status where everybody knows this child, you have to have that stability of the Word of God up under that child at all times. So I think that that's very important to not let it overtake you, you know, to be strong and do what's best for the child and not what you think is best for the people all the time.
Right.
You know.
I think that is some real good advice. As I look here again and looking into her Bible, you say in here, into her bio, that we all know that God has the last word when it comes to Andreana Beards.
Oh, yeah.
And God is not done talking, you know. So I'm just excited about her. Just knowing her and the good things that she's doing out in the community. I'm real excited because I know her mother and how grounded you are and how for real you are, you know, and how most important is your daughter, you know, before the pageants, before the beauty or anything that's going on. You're more concerned with her being grounded, rooted in the Word of God, you know, getting her schoolwork, you know, most important, being educated and knowledgeable, you know. And so you could see that, you know, in her beauty. You see her knowledge. You see her confidence. You see, you know, all of these things. The pageant cannot do that.
No, they can't.
You know, that's something that had to come, you know, from you with you and your other, you know, your other children as well, you know, that they don't forget who they are. You know, you do so much with her, but you also include your other children.
You know what, and that's true. Her brother and her sister travel when she goes out of state. They're with her. When she have a show, they're with her. No matter what she does, they're with her. And I think that's very important that they play roles in what she do so that they'll grow together. It's not just her experience. It's their experience together because they have to have that that strong root.
Right.
You know, they have to have it.
Right. And I, you know, I watched them together again when she got the books. Can I go show my brother? You know, I'm sitting here, you know, she's like, my brother can't read this one, you know, I guess he didn't have his glasses on, but she wants to, she's always including them, you know, in everything. So I think that that's a good thing. So, again, I'm excited on the 14th of August. Now, it's at the Benihana's in Troy, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you don't know the address of the location?
You know what, I do.
Okay.
If I can, if I can do this.
Okay.
You know what's funny because.
Well, I can probably get it, you know, because I'm sitting right here with the iPad.
Okay.
Let's see if
it's
I can.
It's actually on, I believe it's on Big Beaver Road.
Okay. So anyway, that's August the 14th. Is there a certain time? What time is the?
I believe it's at 6 o'clock. However, if there's anyone that wants to go and want to sit at her table, they can always email her.
Okay.
And her email address is Andreana Beard, helpthechildren@yahoo.com.
Andreana Beard, helpthechildren@yahoo.com. And the Troy, Michigan Benihana address is 1985 West Big Beaver Road. So that's August the 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. What do you know what day that is? That's Tuesday.
It's
yeah, because
Tuesday.
next Monday I have to take my mom to the eye doctor, and that's on a Monday. So that is really good because Tuesday at 6 o'clock. I should be at Weight Watchers, but I won't be watching my weight on that day. I will be at Benihana's with you. So when you get ready to cook my food, I want to sit at your table. I want you to make sure you give me a lot of shrimp, okay? Tell them Miss Barbara's going to be at my table and she needs a lot of shrimp. And that eggs that, you know, they crack the eggs and put it over there and scramble it up. I want you to make sure you hook me up, okay? Just make sure, make sure that I get the hook up. So is there anything that you want to say to your public before we get ready to shut this down? What do you want to say to the people that look at you, that come out to see you compete, that, you know, that want to know who is this Andreana Beard? What do you want to say to your public?
Thank you for watching me as God made me.
Yes.
And as God brought me to this world to make me beautiful and other people too.
All right. I love you so much. You are just such a sweetheart. Kim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For coming and sitting. And I know that, you know, I kind of strong-armed you into sitting in that seat, but I truly appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
I appreciate your friendship. You know, I thank God for the day our paths crossed, you know, that, you know, I have a friend, and I know I have a friend for life, you know. If you need me for anything, you know I'm here for you, and I feel that. So, you know, I want God's hand to continue to be extended towards you guys. God will continue to bless you, keep you healthy and smiling and beautiful, and you keep doing great things and go to school and learn all that you can, and just be a blessing to other people. Keep doing what you're doing, and God will do the rest for you. And to my public, to my fans, the people who take the time to watch this show each and every week, I'm going to end the show, as I always do, saying to you, from my beating heart to your beating heart, I love you. You understand? Okay.